Welcome back to the O Show. This weekend in crypto was absolutely insane. So much drama, so much tea. We had Peter McCormick, Elon Musk, Jack from Strike, Mark Cuban with Charles from Cardano. It was just too much. And of course, the markets are dropping. But if you've watched my show, especially last week, we called for a Bitcoin drop between $43,000 to about $40,000. And I'm still feeling a little bit bearish. Stay tuned to find out where I see Bitcoin going and some other crypto news stories that you need to pay attention to. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto every day. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and set alerts. Let's go. As most of you know, my good friend Peter McCormick and Elon Musk got into it yesterday on crypto Twitter, because that's what happens on crypto Twitter. Everybody fights all the time. Anyways, let's kind of recap what happened with this story. So Peter went ahead and put out a very, very long thread. I want to say it was about 24 tweets, and tagged Elon Musk. And basically what he was doing, in my personal opinion, he was trying to probably get him on his podcast, because Peter is a very well-known podcaster. But this tactic actually went wrong, because Elon Musk got a little bit triggered. And you guys, yes, I am still sick, and if I'm pronouncing anything a little bit differently, I apologize. Stuffy nose here. But anyways, so Elon Musk got a little bit irritated and then kind of went back at Peter, stating that Bitcoin is actually highly centralized, with supermajority controlled by a handful of big mining, aka hashing companies, etc. And he's also kind of going off about PayPal, acting like PayPal is any better. So there was a lot of back and forth going on. And ultimately, the moral of this story is, do not force your opinions onto anyone else, because it could backfire. But when we're talking about PayPal, PayPal is extremely centralized. And PayPal, and I know this because I've done eBay for many years, and eBay was partnered with PayPal for a very long time. There's a lot of drama when utilizing PayPal. There's holds, there's very high fees, and PayPal is very centralized, which brings us to our next tweet. So Daniel Bryan, who is the lead engineer at the PayPal checkout team, went ahead and commented this underneath Adam Beck's thread. Even at PayPal, we understand the difference between a settlement layer and a transactional layer. So this is basically kind of slamming Elon Musk a little bit, because everybody was fighting, and then Michael Saylor got into it too. Either way, no matter how you go about it, I love altcoins. I support altcoins. I am a very proud altcoiner, but at the same time, I'm not here to force my opinion on anything else. If you like my content, watch it. If you like the cryptocurrency projects I'm talking about, invest in it at your own will. But I'm not here to force my opinion on everyone. I think that everyone deserves a good quality of life. And all this bickering between Bitcoin maximalists and attacking that happens on Twitter, it's not cool at all. I respect their opinion, but I just wish they would kind of go about it a little bit differently. Either way, we all know that Bitcoin is queen, and we also can take from this not to impose your opinions on anyone else. Present the information, be kind, and see what happens, but don't press anybody to do anything, because it could backfire. And next, we can kind of talk about whether this is causing Bitcoin to drop. Let's take a look at the chart. This is the Bitcoin daily chart. We charted it out last night during the Sunday 6 p.m. live stream. Right now, we are in my area of about $43,000. I said last week that I felt we were kind of head down to about $40,000 before all this drama happened. And it's seeming that this is it's happening right now. So again, I went ahead and drew this little bit of a trend line so you can see what's happening. In order for me to be like bullish, I need to see a breakup of $50,000, and right now it's not happening. Taking a look at our 4-hour chart here, we just printed a red dot on Market Cipher. This is indicating further downward movement. The only thing that has me concerned is if we actually lose support here at $40,000, that can indicate a drop amongst these other areas of support, and ultimately maybe back down to about $30,000, which is incredibly bearish. I'm not calling for this bull run to be over yet. I want to see what happens. But also note, even if we hit 50 or even if we hit $30,000, this would be about a 53% correction. And this is actually pretty common to experience in bull runs in crypto. Either way, guys, be incredibly careful shorting, be incredibly careful longing, play the market safe. And when considering to enter into altcoins, play it safe too. And you might want to actually set bids at the lower areas of support, just in case we get a lot of volatility happening. All right, guys, last little tidbit about this story. We even had David Spade tweet out this morning, okay, Elon, it's not cute anymore. This is actually really funny to me. But yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and point this out because it's really silly. Anyways, next story. All right, so there's some more tea we have to talk about. Supposedly, this story from Yahoo Finance stated, Mark Cuban roots for Cardano, engages with Hodgkinson on Twitter. So Mark really wasn't rooting for Charles and Cardano. Don't get me wrong, I have a bag of Cardano, but I do have some issues with Cardano and their production, because compared to other cryptocurrency projects that have been in the space a lot less, Cardano is kind of lagging with their development and production, and that's okay. But the way this story got twisted is kind of a little bit concerning. I don't know if it was paid or whatever it is. Either way, I have a bag of Cardano. I'm rooting for Cardano to go to $10 because it's going to make me money. But this was the actual thread here. So Mark Cuban did say, I'm rooting for you, which that was a keyword. So I understand why the news outlet took that. But realistically, if you kind of read through these tweets, he's more saying like, I'm rooting for you, but you need to do a lot better and continue to develop. And that's where I got it from here. That's great. I'm happy for your application in Ethiopia and thousands of assets issued. Let's talk when the platform stops brewing and starts serving users. Not saying you can't do well, just saying you aren't there yet, but you are an ETH-OG. Why not smart contracts to start? This part here is key here. Yes, he did say he was rooting for him, but I think that was more of like a kind gesture in a way, like you need to continue to do better and show us an actual product. Either way, you guys, this is not Cardano FUD. I still wanted to go to get $10, but let's take a look at the chart. All right, this is the Cardano daily chart, and right now price is looking incredibly bearish, and I'm probably not planning to take profit until we hit about $5 because I do feel confident that we will get there. But this coincides what is happening with Bitcoin. When Bitcoin is bearish, when Ethereum is bearish, the market tends to drop, and that is okay. That's why I said maybe consider placing limit orders around the EMA 200, because that's generally a nice bottomed out area for a lot of different cryptocurrency assets, or pay attention to where the EMA 200 is, because if we break below the EMA 200 on the daily chart, that can indicate a bearish cycle. Either way, if you've got those diamond hands, this is probably where I would start placing bids, maybe down from 121 to about 92 cents, because I like to buy dips. I like to get things on discount. Either way, you guys, the chart is looking a little bit bearish. We do have key support here from 191 to about 163. If we do lose that, we will continue to head down. And taking a look at the 4-hour chart, it is looking a little bit bearish for me as we've already completed that bear cross in the MACD. We're starting to see the EMAs kind of curve down a little bit. Either way, be safe and pay attention to this area at 190 to about 163. Next, I'm getting a lot of my TikTok family ask me about different crypto definitions. So Jason Nelson, Dragon Wolf Tech, went ahead and wrote a Wendy's white paper on a lot of different cryptocurrency definitions. He did an amazing job. So if you're a little bit confused as to some of the things I'm saying, please sign up for Wendy's white paper. It is 100% free, and it is really important to know what a lot of these terms are to help with understanding crypto. I believe in you. All right, folks, this is not a story I'm excited to talk about, but we have to talk about it. It is from Cointelegraph. Mobile crypto mining app possibly connected to personal data leak. A 17 GB personal data leak reportedly sprung from the Pi Network mobile app. A lot of people are shilling the Pi Network like crazy. I have never cared for this app. I haven't liked it. It's made me a little bit uneasy. And now we're seeing a story come out about a potential data hack. Let's talk about the facts here. So Pi Network is a cryptocurrency mining app for mobile users. You can do all this stuff from your phone. I don't like crypto apps on the day-to-day phone. The reason why is stuff like this can happen. You can get hacked. You can get SIM swapped. It can be very dangerous. It makes me nervous. You should always utilize a crypto app on a phone that is completely wiped with no personal data so you don't get hacked. anyways, though. This particular app may have been connected to a 17 GB worth of personal data leaks, a Vietnamese news outlet reported today on Monday. The identity cards of an estimated 10,000 Vietnamese citizens were placed on sale along with connected home addresses, phone numbers, and email addresses. The seller placed a price tag of $9,000 on the data, payable in Bitcoin or Litecoin. Overall, 17 GB personal data leak reportedly sprung from the Pi Network mobile app. Please be careful out there. If you have this app, I hope you weren't compromised, and please practice proper OPSECs. If you need to know about proper OPSEC, please refer to Wendy's white paper. This last crypto story will end on a positive note, and then we're going to go ahead and chart Ethereum. So Vitalik burns $6.7 billion worth of Shiba to reward generous holders. He burned nearly half of Shiba's supply in response to the generosity of the dog token communities. So what had happened last week was the Shiba community went ahead and gave Vitalik, the founders, the developers, the project, they sent a bunch of Shiba to Vitalik as a marketing tactic, saying Vitalik holds this cryptocurrency, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of companies will do that, and they think it's a good marketing tactic when in reality it's not. It could backfire, like what happened. So what happened was Vitalik actually ended up selling some of it and donating some of the proceeds to a charity to help fight CV out in India, which I support that. I love charitable contributions. However, my only issue with it is it absolutely decimated a lot of the Shiba holders because a lot of these people weren't taking profit, and that's okay. Full transparency, I invested a couple $100s in the project just because I saw it being shilled all over the place, so I knew the risk of it, and I'm not pressed about it. I'm happy that Vitalik did donate some to a good charity, but at the same time, I worry about the people who maybe went ahead and invested a bunch of money in it and expected this thing to be the next Doge or go to $1, and they got wrecked. But because the community seemed very, very supportive, Vitalik actually burned this amount, which is actually positive for the project. It's very, very bullish. Anytime you have a decrease in the supply, it helps with the coin. So this is awesome. This ended up working out really well, but he did leave a note. He left a note and said to other teams that want to go ahead and send him tokens, don't do it. It's not worth it. And if I were you, sending tokens to somebody is not a good marketing tactic, especially if it's a large supply. Anyways, let's close this off with an Ethereum update. All right, folks, this is the Ethereum chart. We had a bearish area resistance created about $4,200, and she is going down. The chart does not look good, and we're having a pretty gnarly correction, and it's due to Bitcoin being a little bit bearish right now because that's what happens. I'm personally looking for a drop to about $2,900 and a potential drop to about $1,900 if we continue to drop. We do have support here at $2,500, but honestly, I'm kind of feeling this area here. So there may be an opportunity for you to get to Ethereum at sub $2,000. I'm not saying it's 100% going to happen, but really kind of zooming out and looking at the chart, this seems like a nice area of consolidation. So I would pay attention to areas of like about $2,100 to about $1,700. That's where major support is. Either way, be very, 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 very safe trading crypto right now. Hopefully we get a rebound. In order for me to be bullish on Ethereum right now, I would really need to see us kind of sustain over about $3,500 for Ethereum. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I will catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.